Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today I got the new, fairly new Kangertech Subox Mini Black Edition. The Black Edition just means it's blue. The color's black. They have a couple different color options. Actually, several now. It will come like this, but with stuff inside. Comes with one sub box. If any of you know or remember, the first Kangertech box was called the K box, and it'll come with one sub tank mini, which has been slightly redesigned for this. It also comes with, if you open it, the rebuildable deck, second coil. I'll get into that in a minute. Some cotton, supposedly Japanese cotton. Some screws for the rebuildable deck. Your standard blue screwdriver and a pre-built coil. It also comes with a USB charger. So now, the K box itself goes all the way up to 50 watts, down to 3, something like that. Can go handle resistance from 0.3 ohm to, well, they don't list the resistance, the highest resistance it can handle. They say up to 1.6 ohms, because after that the self protection on here, actually just your battery, after 1.6 ohms you can't go higher than 50 watts. You can't even reach 50 watts after 1.6 ohms. It'll be putting out too much voltage. Ohm's law. The box is pretty basic looking. There's your screen, your fire off on switch, your wattage adjustment. There's your micro USB charger, which isn't a new. The USB charger and the up down buttons in the screen are new improvements from the K box, because now they call this the sub box. Those are new improvements. The K box, it just had one button to adjust the wattage, and you couldn't adjust it in any real increments. It was pre-programmed increments. There was like 5, 10, 15. Then I think it went to like 30, and then maybe 40. I got one somewhere. That box was actually fairly sturdily designed. It also has a magnetic cover, magnetic cover, which is nice. There's your battery compartment. This here is your negative, your positive. It's upside down if you want to think about it like that, because here's your 510. Where to me, I put my positive up top, my negative down the bottom. They do have it marked in here, so that you can see you got your little plus sign down there, and there is a negative up here. It's kind of hidden behind the Kangertech, right next to that Kangertech sticker. We can pop a battery in here. So I can turn it on for you. There you go, it's coming on, and they're on. Screen's pretty basic. It's saying 9.9 ohms, but that's just because it doesn't detect the resistance. It doesn't detect anything. Sit there and adjust your wattage there. And it goes up and down in 0.1 increments unless you're holding the button down, and then after you went one whole wattage, it'll start going up and down in 1 wattage increments. The Sub-Tank Mini, it really hasn't changed much from the original Sub-Tank Mini. It's colored now. I don't know what improvements they're talking about. It still takes the same coil. And if you really ask me, the coil was the problem with the beginning ones. With the original, they say there's improvements to it. But I'm gonna actually give you my review on it, enough telling you exactly what it is. Forgot I had the 1.5 ohm coil in here, which is the replacement. Comes with the 0.5 ohm coil or sub ohm coil and a 1.5 ohm coil. The 0.5 will already be in your tank. So let me turn this down a wee little bit. It cannot handle 50 watts. The Sub-Tank, I feel it does give decent vapor production. Flavor is not there. I've never had that great of flavor from a Sub-Tank. A Kanger Sub-Tank. Box itself, it feels great in my hand. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little small for me. I have bear paws, so it feels good in the hand. It's small for my taste, but it does feel good. It's not awkward or anything. The button has a click to it. It's just a normal really click that you get from just about any other button in the world. It's decent. I have not tried the charging port. It does have pass-through, so you can plug it in and charge your battery while you're vaping. In my opinion, none of these Chinese companies have really nailed down pass-through. They've all had some failures. They just haven't worked completely right or well. So use at your own risk. I have put another tank on here. I was actually, when I first got it, I was trying it out with my Delta 2 because I'm not a fan of the Sub-Tank. Not at all. But I have my Aspire Triton ready to go. Here it is at 35 watts on the Invader Mini. 35 watts. Great flavor. I'm getting great cloud production. Or vapor production, I should say, not cloud. Gonna unscrew it right from the Invader. And I'm gonna put it on the sub box. Just so we can get a fair comparison. And I can actually have some flavor. I like flavor. I will turn the sub box back up to 35 watts. So I just don't feel that it's hitting as hard as it should be at 35 watts. I'm not pushing the chip or that they have in here, you know, to try to give, you know, 50 watt comparison. 35 watts. I don't feel that it's a true 35 watts. Meaning I don't feel like it's actually putting out 3.7 volts. Which, you know, that's not asking for it to put out, you know, more than 4.2 volts. Not asking it to put out 4.2 or 4.0. It's well under the battery maximum rating to put out discharge. And in fairness, it's the same battery. I rewrapped Samsung 25R in both. Actually, the one in my Invader has been used more. That battery is actually about 3/4 dead. I actually need to put it on the charger here. Does it do what it's supposed to do? Yes. Are you going to get the maximum quality vape out of this? No. I feel like for the price of this setup, which I think when they first came out was between $50 and $75, I think. I've seen them online for like $40 now, maybe even less. Do I think it's a good value for the money? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I think there's better moderately priced mods out here? Yeah, definitely. This will run you 80 bucks at a vape shop unless they're, you know, really trying to get you. I'm sure you can find it online even cheaper than that. But for 40, 50 bucks, great little setup, complete setup. All you need is a battery and you're good to go. Yeah. It'll get you started, get you working and vaping. If you got some more money to spend, or if you even have an extra 30 bucks, 30, 40 bucks, do I think you should get this box? Get the whole setup, because it comes with the tank in it. You might even now be able to find it without the tank, just the mod, but it's not going to save you any real money, I don't think. If you got the few extra bucks, you know, 30, 40 bucks, do I think you should buy a different tank than the sub tank? Definitely. Definitely. I have not liked the sub tank to begin with. I thought that when they very first came out, that they were decent. You know, but I don't like them. They're far better, because when they first came out, you know, it pretty much went the Aspire Atlantis, then the Kangertech sub tank, and then we have all these other pop-ups now. So yes, when the sub tank very first came out, it was decent. Yes. But now there's far better tank systems out here. So at the end of the day, it's worth it for the value. But if you do have the extra money to spend, I think you should get something else. I think Kangertech can do better. They've done better before Sub-Ohm, you know, really became a big hit. Kangertech was, you know, pretty much like as far as tanks went, you didn't get better than a Pro Tank for the price-wise. I mean, for slapping in some coils, you didn't get better than a Pro Tank, in my opinion. That was before we started having sub-tanks, sub-ohm tanks, you know. So, I think Kanger can do better. Do I think they're playing catch-up? Absolutely. I think the game just, the vaping world, vaping industry just moved so fast, so quick, that there was a lot of companies that just couldn't keep up. And we're actually seeing that now with the IPVs and the Sigelli especially. I mean, they keep pushing the actual hard release. They kept pushing the hard release of the new Sigelli 75 watt and the new 150 watt with temp control. They kept pushing them back. The IPv4s, well, there's a lot more controversy on that, but they should have been pushing that back. There's so many now that, you know, everybody, a lot of companies were just, big companies were just left in the dust. They just didn't keep up with the technology. But I expect better from Kanger for the price. I just feel like they rushed it. Trying to compete, they rushed, and they're not really competing now. So, that's one man's opinion on it. Matter of fact, I've used the sub tank, so I'm not going to give that away. I won't give away a used tank. Anybody wants the Subox Mini, leave a comment below. What's today? Today's Friday the 17th. Tuesday the 21st. I'll pick a random person from the comments below. I'll enter it into random.org, or possibly just write the names down from the comments below and put it in a hat and pick a name. And the winner, I'll mail the sub box to. Sorry, the sub box. I'll mail it to you. You can have it. And when you can have it. It's yours. Vape on, everyone. Stay bearded. Don't forget to check out my giveaway. I got juice, and if you subscribe, I have giveaways. I'm gonna have, after I give this juice away, we got to get 100 subscribers. I'm gonna have another giveaway. Don't know what it'll be yet. So subscribe, be entered into this current giveaway and future giveaways. And don't forget to leave your comments below if you want to win this sub box. Second time I've used it. And if nobody wants to win it, I'll leave a comment. Vape on, stay bearded. I'm out. Got some coils to build. See y'all next time.